Okay, now everything's working. Sorry, I was trying to drag it out a little bit because I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on with my my OBS. Oh, I forgot to sharpen my pencil. All right, sorry, I'm running late. I know. And like I said, I was trying to drag it out because the OBS the last update they gave me fucked everything up. Looks like they fixed it, but when I was reloading everything, it was like it wasn't showing me the overlays until I clicked live. I was just gonna say, yeah, hell with it. We'll just go without them again, since they don't come up on the regular OBS. The Streamlabs one though has these things. I was just like, I don't understand why, but it's coming up fine, so we're fine. I'm fine. How are you? So now I talked about it a lot leading up to it, but the oh, you know what I have to do? I know what I have to do. There's something that has to be done, and I think it sends the announcement. There we go. Actually, should be part 2. My wife and I did the visit to the Celtic Fling kickoff concert. Fucking awesome. It was really great. I mean, everybody, Gaelic Storm were great. Before that, they went on stage. There was a band called Screaming Orphans. They were really good. Who else was there? There was a band called House of Hamilton. We didn't see them play. We were actually hiding out from the rain. Since the whole thing was outdoors. But it's the Renaissance Fair, so there's places that go hide in, you know. So we hid inside the pirate ship. Had a few drinks. We were still eating our dinner and stuff. And then the pirate ship there at the Renaissance Fair, the PA Renaissance Fair, is literally right by the Globe Theater where all these guys were playing. So we're like, all right, well, we'll listen from here. And I said, then we'll wander a little bit. And then I said, then we'll go, like, the band before them, we'll go try to find a seat. Figuring it's probably going to fill up, but we're like, we'll be all right. We'll get something. I'm always like, there's no way we're going to get anywhere near the middle. And right before Screaming Orphans went on, we went down there and jumped right out in front. It's pretty nice. I mean, not like front, but we were a few rows back, right where we wanted to be, kind of towards the middle. Good seats overall. Little disappointed that Gaelic Storm did not play Darcy's Donkey, especially not just because I wanted to hear it, and a lot of fans were yelling for it. But there was a little girl there, was right in the row behind us, and she actually brought a sign, I want to hear Darcy's Donkey. And they played like the first verse of it, and that was it. And it's like, I know, I understand set lists. I totally get it. Like, and you're gonna play what you're gonna play, and these guys have a shit ton of catalog to work off of. But dude, you got a little girl there with a sign. She's the only person with a sign. Play the goddamn song. I don't know. It's just me. This isn't fucking Wembley Stadium or anything. It's play the goddamn song. Do a little fan service. I mean, they were really good online, and they did joke with the crowds a lot, and but it was a good show. It really was. So like I said, it's just a minor disappointment. And I drank a lot of beer. A lot of the Blackwater Stout from the PA Renaissance Fair, the Swashbuckler Brewery. So good. So good. And we bought their special mug. Oh, the fucker's this tall. This big ass mug, dude. And so I told the wife, I said, when we go to the actual Renaissance Fair this year, I said, I'm bringing that with me because I can win with that. You know, the beer's refills for whatever mug you bring there is only $7. Oh, compared to the cup that she got, I got a lot more alcohol in my cup, so I will win. And I have a mug similar to hers upstairs, and it's like, you know what? I will win with these. The only trick is my daughter and her boyfriend said they definitely want to come with us next time we go to the Renaissance Fair. Yeah, and I've been joking around about having, I'll have a drinking contest with Andrew. Right. I mean, mind you, he's legitimately like 21. Those kids probably have much higher tolerance than I do. But I was going to say, it actually might make me look like I'm not drinking as much because I only have, like my third glass when he might be on his fourth or fifth. But I may have had just as much alcohol because that fucking cup is fucking huge. More than the greatest love the world has known. I did fuck up though. I thought we were staying at the Hampton Inn right across the street from the Renaissance Fair. Could have sworn that's where I made my reservation. But apparently I made it at the Comfort Inn, which is like across the turnpike. Literally goes like right next to the Renaissance Fair parking grounds. And so it divides where the Comfort Inn was. So we couldn't really walk there. It's not that far. It's just, I said to Heather, when we leave here tonight, there's going to be a lot of people that are driving when they shouldn't be. And in order to walk to our hotel, I got to walk at one point. We got to walk on a shoulder. Literally, that's all it is. It is not a pathway to walk. And I'm like, I don't need some drunk asshole hitting me while I'm trying to, just because they swerve a little bit too much on the one side. Now they cut off alcohol at 9:30, and we had our last one probably at 9. I think Heather might have had one later than I did, actually, last one. So by the time it was time for me to drive, I was all right. And so I said, let's just do it this way. Because all I had to do was literally drive, 100 yards maybe, not even, till we could turn into the parking lot and everything. So I was like, in the end, I was like, I'd rather risk that than risk somebody that's been pounding them all day taking one of us out because we were walking next to the highway. Longer than always is a long, long time. But far beyond forever, you'll be mine. I know I never lived before. No one else could love you more. No one else could love you more. Personality in these birds' faces. Oh, I didn't do that. Let me put that up again. I'm gonna be a good boy. I updated my website, by the way. I actually decided to be a good boy, and finally, it had been about 7.5 years. That's that. Well. Alright, that should work. But check out that's my website if anybody's checking this out. And if you come back later, I'll let you know. But hopefully, I don't have much time before Westworld's finale. Good thing is once Westworld's finale is done, my wife and I don't really have anything for Sunday nights, so I'll be able to stream a little longer and finally start doing actual work on this thing. But no, I mean I updated the artwork that's for sale. I got rid of a bunch of stuff that had been sold off from the Preston Steve comic book. I updated all my links. There were a bunch of dead links up there from friends that used to have sites that don't have sites anymore, or their sites changed, and I don't have the new ones. I think I'm going to try to hunt down though. Josh, who inked the second issue of the League of Extraordinary Super Gentlemen, he just did a kids book not too long ago, so I think I got to find the site for that. That owl has a mustache. I kept thinking that maybe I'm seeing something, but it most certainly, the owl over here in the corner with the very worried-looking face, most certainly has a mustache and a human face on there. Actually, the owl right next to him kind of looks like Salvador Dali. He almost has like the same little mustache. Yeah, like part of his beak looks like the. But they were not contemporary, so I know that's not the case. I got my hash pipe. I got my hash pipe. I chuckled. I read something about how some major, like well-known Twitch streamers got suspended for, I guess, copyright infringement. I'm like, that kind of sucks, but like, I figured out pretty quickly that I wasn't gonna let you guys listen to the music I'm listening to because, my YouTube video of that one episode got banned in 240 countries. So I was like, you know what? Well, I don't really particularly believe I'll have much of a audience in Ghana or, you know, any of those places. So, you know, maybe I just pull this back before it cancels out the U.S., so. Or I get a cease and desist from, you know, a record company I really don't want to get, so. I'll make a river down the Stillwater and ride a pack of dogs. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Though I imagine that Twitch won't really come after me with my whole, like, one viewer who's probably not even really here. Boys along the road, and God's eyes in my headlights, and the dogs are looking for their bones, and it's really nice pics on your steel shores. Yeah. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Yeah, I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Yeah, I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Yeah, I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Sharpen again real quick. Alexa, skip. It's actually a different one that usually plays, but I'm not in the mood for a cello suite right now. Ooh, whipping. I don't need a helmet, got a hard head. Need a raincoat, I'm already wet. You know what else I should put up here? Oh, it's all off of the other one, but... Menaceart. Start putting up on my websites. I keep meaning to do that stuff. Find out a way to... Maybe on the Go Live notification or something about Twitter and stuff too. I'll get there eventually. I'll figure out all this stuff to do professionally. Like, I'm so attached, I don't get behind, I can't fall back. I must trust all these rusted rails, and I want no change. We already have. Oh, you know what? That's the one behind it. Okay. It's a really weird compositional, like, decision here. Like, right in here, you know, you got the big owl here. Then you have this, like, very light, if you look at the actual original one, top link. You got the, definitely owl wings, but you never see the face, you never see any of this stuff. It's just sort of there. It's an interesting... Like, kind of a, why would you do that? That we be. This is going to be a unique one because there's elements in this that I'm likely not going to follow his stroke every time. You know, the difficulty of etchings is different than what I have to do with as far as paintings go. Not to say that we'll ignore all of them, but I think there's going to be some times where we may try to change things a little bit. Either to make things seem more solid or to adjust stuff. Because I want to make this... The colors of this especially really make you feel uncomfortable. I don't know how else to put it that way. Yeah, but to put it that way. I am a patient boy. I wait. My time, but I don't wait. Everybody move in. Please don't make me do the rain. Down my bound because I can't get up. Come on, the guild. That's gonna buy. I'm buying a big surprise. I'm gonna fight for what I want to be. And I won't make the same mistake. Cause I know how much time that wastes. Fortune, that's fame. Time about. Because they can't get out. I'm under guilt. Painting of Woman we did before. This has received a lot of love. That's really nice. We think we figured out how we're getting it to Mike, which is cool. It's going to be able. We think we figured out a way to transport it when we go on vacation. The 7th through the 15th of July. So I won't stream then, FYI. I might see if I can program this thing to do a few feeds or something to, you know, we'll see. Maybe record some stuff and load it up. I'm not sure. Since I lose my hand. Time in my hand. Looks pretty close to where it should be. Leave it in my heart. Like a bomb. Tell me what you're after. I just want to get there faster. I'm down there. Where's the one I sharpened? Shit, is that it? Must be it. I cut you, man. If you fuck with me, I cut you, man. Actually, I fucking cut you, man. Don't play with knives, kids. Utility knives are much better to play with. I am living proof that they should be like requirements to having children. Like you should like have to go through a test or something. I'd never pass it. I just know I'm going to need that later. So I'm going to put that bad boy right here. Because shit's starting to get already complicated, and I don't want to... I know I'm going to have to, at some point, straighten it out with the... I'm not going to worry too much right now about putting like little stipulation stuff that he's got here. Little stipling. Yeah, that's the right word. I think. Whatever. Don't judge me. I'll just click that donation button first. Then don't judge me all you want. I think I did it right. So hopefully I get the money. I don't know. Smothers me. I told you, I'm still working on the whole Patreon thing and trying to figure out what my tiers would be. Not like tiers, like whatever. Get there faster. Yeah. I mean, I think I mentioned it last time, but again, nobody's here. Nobody's here now, but you know, this fucker's got to get replaced. In fact, let me look at this. This looks like it got out of focus again. It is. Oh my god, it's terribly out of focus. This is what I need it for. I need to find a way to get no better good shit. Hey, there we go. Thank you for joining us. Cool, and it works again like it's supposed to. That's always nice. Well, I thought I changed the sign. I got the sound. I'll have to look into that. I thought I took care of that. But welcome. It was cadexthebeast, right? I got that right. Hope I got it right. Feel free to yell at me in the chat if I got it wrong. Bat goes into this bat. This damn pencil is. I gotta do. Oh shit! Did I pull the camera? No. No, it looks like it's good. So I pulled the camera out. My bad. I seriously gotta get her. So this graphite holder I want to get. It's really cool. If anybody's familiar, I don't know how you want to be if you're ever sort of a comic nerd. Jim Lee. He always draws with it. I've been watching him for years with it. And I'm like, oh, where do you get that fucking thing? I used to tell people you can only get it in Japan or something, and he used to import them, and it's like, oh, it's on Amazon for like $12. Bastard. He lied to me. I was literally this close to sending him the clip of throw Mama from the train. Where, you lied to me, and he smacks him in the head with the pan. But being as I haven't actually had a chance to speak to Jim Lee in like 10 years, he may not find it as funny as he would have many years ago when I actually like used to talk to his as part of a group with his assistant Eddie Choi for a very long time, and so Jim would actually recognize me at cons. It was really cool. It's like, hey, he knows who I am, and I still can't get a job in fucking comics. Admittedly, this is a lot more detail than I would normally do in this type of study. But this is going to be a little different than, say, something like the Delacroix study I did a while back. Which wasn't on here, it was before I started streaming here. The Delacroix study, I could be a little more loosey-goosey with, because a lot of the background was just kind of flowing space. It was a lot of, like clouds and shit that I can play around with. So, and kind of the point of this piece is its details. I mean, like I said, the brush strokes and stuff I'm gonna probably play with, but there are elements that I want to keep pretty tight. Know who you are. Let's see, those are two different. Okay. All right. Me with kisses, baby. But we're getting there. How much time we got? Yeah, I got about a half hour. All right, we should be able to wrap this up. At least the drawing part. Get it sprayed. That'd be nice. I'm trying to remember. I was at this exhibit. But yeah, they had a little showing of it at the Philadelphia Art Museum. A little printer drawing gallery area they have over there, and I have to. I know he must have said something about this, especially this one with that actually has like a human face on it. I just can't remember what it said. It's got to be like a political figure or something. And that's what Goya was doing at this time period. He was really just. It's almost like an editorial cartoon in a sense, you know? There we go. This way. Alright, let's see here. Now, I almost messed that up because this thing goes a lot farther down than I thought it would. So I started putting that line in. Because the little hook here should be here. Alright. Man, that motherfucker looks like the devil himself. I mean, it's probably supposed to be that way, but... I will fix the mic placement, too, sometime soon. I was going to do it today, but, again, dinner went late, and I did not get out here as early as I had hoped. But then I was having issues with the computer, and... Not ready to put down. I'm going to sharpen again real soon, too. It's very much like a... Almost looks like a bull skull. Like, and maybe that's, again, something that Goya was going for there. I'm not sure. But it looks like a bat with a bull skull on. And I mean, you think about, like, you know, I guess that would normally, well, I mean, Spanish bullfighting, I guess, would make sense. And I mean, Goya did do a lot of depictions of stuff at the bullfights, so it very well could be. And if you think about it, out of like most, like, you know, all creatures' skulls are a little freaky looking. You know, death by its very nature is meant, you know, sort of is meant to intimidate us as living creatures. So, yeah, it's just natural we'd be freaked out because the goal of life is to not die, you know? So instinctively, you want to just like, it's death. It's kind of fucked up. I don't want to be there. But the I think out of all the skulls that I've ever had to draw and work off of and stuff from like college and stuff, I'd say definitely bull skulls would be up there for kind of like the most like once it's in play. They're kind of especially creepy. And maybe it's a U.S. thing, or you know, growing up on cartoons and you know like Lone Ranger stuff. Like I don't know. You know, you think about like you want to picture make something look desolate and lonely. You know, and you know you want to make a desert scene, or you just know somebody's in trouble. What do? You put a desert, you know, flatlands, maybe a little ridge or like something like the Grand Canyon, you know, or not Grand Canyon, but like you know, like a much more desert-like plateau out in the distance, right? And put a big fucking bull skull there, right in the head, yeah, foreground, little grass around it, you know, maybe a cactus off in the distance, and you've already set up. Look, this is a desolate place. Death is waiting for you here, you know. So maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. But if you're thinking about a way to make monsters and nightmares, that seems like a good starting point. So I could see where Goya was going if that's what he was doing with it. Yeah, you mash up a bat and put a bull's head on it. That's a fucked up looking thing, man. You know? No, that's. I might have to move that soon. Okay, I think I got that proportion finally right. That feels right. I'm gonna sharpen again real quick. And it's gonna be charcoaling soon. In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When your world seems to shine like you had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll scream Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay pandella. When the stars make you drool, just like pasta fazool, that's amore. You dance down the street with your cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore. That's amore. bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay parandella. Lucky fella. Stars make you drool just like pasta fazool summer. When you dance on the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk and dream, but you know you're not dreaming. See, I know, it's Scuttle singing again. That's Amore. We got a little one right about here. Definitely violins and voice. There we go. I think if I ever get back to my shrink, I'm going to have him go through and try to figure out why the hell I have this weird thing about German sopranos. Like, it's one of those things, like, if you held a gun to my head right now and said, you know, like, what type of singing do you find the absolute best to listen to? I'd probably piss myself because you had a gun to my head. Yeah, I'd be, what's his name from Fight Club? You know, wanted to be a veterinarian. Yeah, I got his gun to the back of his head, and but I'd eventually answer you that it's something about if you locked me on on an island, and I only could listen to one thing again, and be like, like one type of thing. I'll say, give me one album, I'll just pull. I'll grab your hand and pull the trigger myself. But I just need to keep listening to different things. But if you said like you can only listen to like one type of thing, I'd be like, all right, can you give me like German opera? And they'd be like, yeah, you can have German opera. I'm like, fucking A, I'm good. I don't speak a fucking lick of German. Yeah, outside of like, just the stupid, Sprachen Sie Deutsch? Yeah, that's literally about where it ends. But for some reason, it's like my favorite thing to listen to. I know what I should do. To be honest, I don't know if that's important on Twitter or not. Okay. There we go. I am trying to slowly expand my reach. I'll never get the global domination levels unless somebody starts following me. I mean, what? reminds me, my friend never caught on to that, did she? I just realized that. On my, like, right after my birthday, a friend of mine posted a belated birthday message on my Facebook page. But she spelled my name Brain. And I immediately sent a, like, thing with Pinky in the Brain. To you kids that are too young for that, it was a cartoon that was on about lab rat. Anyway, this posted like a quick thing with I think just Brain like do same thing we do every night, Pinky. But when my niece was little, I mean she's God, what, 26 now? Jesus Christ. Anyway, almost 27. I used to tell her that Mama and Papa had actually misspelled my name, and it actually was Brain, and I was a laboratory rat trying to take over the world. She was little enough that it was like she sort of sat there and looked at me like, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Like, come the day you're mine, I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. Oh, that's off. That's off. We're off here. Let's get that right. Wait till your charms are ripe for these arms to surround. We're a little off there. You think you've flown before, but baby, you ain't left the ground. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Till you're locked in my... I was making it a little too small, you know? Actually, I'll find out somebody's here. Now, my wife and I, as I said, we went to this concert, right? So we had a few said, and you dancing, you grooving, it gets everybody in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to the hotel. Wife goes into the bathroom. Comes out in a police uniform, tells me I am under arrest for being too good in bed. 90 seconds later, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. That didn't really happen, but I figure if there's somebody right here, they'll laugh at that shit. Please, 90 seconds. What am I, like 20? I don't have that type of stamina anymore. That's terrible. Nobody else here, so I'm gonna laugh at my own shit. Don't mind me. Welcome to the show. The jokes don't get any better, guys, just so you know. Like every time my wife rolls her eyes at me, I just look at her and go, this is the A material. It doesn't get better. You signed on for this for, not you. You guys can leave whenever you want. I was like, you signed on to this for life, hypothetically. You've seen that seeing is believing. Hold tight, because the show is not over. Alright, we are finishing this drawing tonight. I don't give a fuck what I have to do to get this done. We gotta get this done. I only got 15 minutes left now, and I want to get this... I'd like to get this actually all set up and... I mean, hypothetically, if I do this right, and that's a big if, you guys may come up if anybody decides to paint along with me. Please, God, I want somebody to start painting with me. putting shit up. Let me talk about it. Critique. I'm a good critiquer. I swear to God, I am. I'm not mean. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting like too much shit on my hands. Not like shit, but you know. Anyway. But if I do this as I want to do it, these bad boys really won't be super noticeable. Or I mean, they will be, but they won't be. Like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna fail this because I can't even describe what I'm gonna do. Like the colors are definitely will be complementary, but off. But my intentions are to have it in kind of a very dark area, so they'll just be like right on the edge of the visibility. If I do it right, again, I'll probably fuck it up. I mean, I'm very nervous about doing this with my vacations coming up. Because if it's not at certain points, I'm going to have to redo it, basically, on top of itself. And that could become problematic. Sounds better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice to sing some better words. It was in order that was new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I would get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure. I care what people think. Care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. We're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? Make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Never sell out of it. I'd probably only sell one. We have the same nose, same chose, homegrown, from where we used to roam. Shoot most tree home houses, we all take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. I won't lie, I look at some of these animals' eyes going in two different directions. I just think of what's the movie with Orlando Bloom and Eddie Griffin? Or Griffith. Double Take? I think something like that. Man, what is up with your eye? Oh, I got it. So you can look over here. Check out the chicks over here, and she don't know what you're looking at. Tim. A lot of these animals seem to have that. It's like Sarah Sanders. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. When the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Used to play pretend bunny. Pretend wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend wake up, you need the money. Used to dream about space. Gonna go, I did it, it's over and I feel fine. never added that shadow down here. That's not bad. Ain't no way. D-O-A. D-O-A. Take a good hard look. The very last one in a very long line. Not quite there yet. Now what's funny is I'll walk through here later on tonight, or like tomorrow or something. When I'm changing, I'll have my socks off, or my shoes off, and I'll walk in there with my socks and wonder why the hell I got chalk on my socks. The fuck did I step in? Alexa, skip. I don't want to end on that one. Yeah. Yeah, they get it twisted. This rap shit is mine, motherfucker. Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck what you heard. It's what you're hearing. It's what you're hearing. Listen. Listen. X gonna give it to you. Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver it to you. Knock, open up the door. It's real. With the non-stop pop, the stainless steel. My heart getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart, I made a motherfucker wonder if he did it. Damn right, and I'll do it again. I am nice, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many times I break who's standing me. Motherfuckers. Your life saved. Bitch, that's called life debt. The one ending up on his knees. Bitch, please. Rock, then we're gonna roll, then we let it pop. Nothing to me. Every time I got some around, cats got their hands out wanting something from me. I ain't got it, so you can't get it. Let's leave it at that, cause I ain't with full length. Full pen. It's me against you. Whatever. What you gonna do? Sheep's clothing. Shit's coming. It's for 19 years. Fight these tears. It works hard. So it's where son forgot what work is. They don't know who we be. They don't know who they see. Rock, then we gonna roll. Then we let it pop. Go, let it go. I gotta fix that mic. Another got run in the family, and they give it back. For much for too long. Don't give up, you're too strong. To the wild, honey. It ain't even about the dome. It's about stand for, yo. Jeez, you guys hear the thumping up there from my kids? Son of a bitch! I can't do it. There's just more I would like to make sure I get charcoaled rather than just leave it here like this. So we're gonna and spray it. You know, like it needs to be done. It needs to be done right. Alexa, stop. So we're gonna have to put it off one more day. It's almost there. It shouldn't take more than a few moments tomorrow to get this up to par. We'll spray it, give it a second, and then we'll keep going. We'll go on from there and hopefully get the. I can't imagine that tomorrow I can't get the underpainting done too. If I can't do that tomorrow, I mean, at this point we're pretty much just tracing. It's just I want to make sure that certain lines are darker. You know, I mean that's not outrageous. It's not crazy. It's just a matter of point. You know. So, yeah, we'll pick this up. We'll just keep this, you know, like I said, tomorrow. Tune back in. We'll finish up the drawing. And we'll start the underpainting. God, I'd really like somebody to paint with me. I'd love to see what somebody else would do with this. Yeah. Like, I got my plans. I'd love to see what other people's plans are without being mine, you know? That's how I feel like shit gets done. New shit gets figured out. Because you think about it. You think about, like, older art movements. It usually involved people in a certain place at a certain time passing ideas to each other. But the thing is, it doesn't need to be like that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, things can change by someone, you know, in India talking to me here. And, you know, we were shooting back and forth ideas and stuff. So it's those little things like that that I feel like if I can get this channel to be what I want it to be. I don't know. Maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll keep it going. Got a new viewer tonight, a new follower. So that rocks. No, I don't want to hide it. I want to see it. Let me go to my channel for a second. Hold on. So I can say, give proper thanks. cadexthebeast. There you go. So, cadexthebeast, thank you. You rock, dude. Like I said, we'll just keep going. I'm talking now on top of myself. That's crazy. I don't want to do that again. Don't ever let me do that again. Whatever you do. So tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Well, yeah, like 9:15ish, somewhere around there. We'll get in here, and go to 10:30 tomorrow. All right. And like I said, good thing is after this Sunday, I get to go later because Westworld's over. So that's all. Peace out.